Welcome, mortals, to my channel, where today we will discuss the leader of the rebellion, Shemihazah. Now let's begin. In the darkest depths of hell, where the light of hope cannot reach, there is a story that has been passed down through generations by those who dare speak it. A tale of betrayal, lust, and unimaginable horrors that unfolded before the dawn of human history. It is a story of Shemihazah, the first of the fallen angels to fall, whose name echoes with the weight of his sins. His story dates back to a time when the world was still young, and the celestial beings known as angels walked among the humans. He was not cast down in pride, nor for rebelling against the divine order. No, his downfall was far more tragic, and his punishment even more severe. In the beginning, Shemihazah was a warrior of immense power and skill, loyal and obedient to the heavenly kingdom. But as centuries passed, his heart grew heavy with a deep melancholia. He watched the daughters of men from afar, and an insatiable longing took hold of him. He desired their company, their touch, their love. Yet he knew that such desires were forbidden. Angels were not allowed to consort with humans. It was a violation of the divine law that could bring nothing but ruin and despair. Nevertheless, his feelings only intensified, growing stronger with each passing day. And soon, his thoughts turned to obsession. He could no longer resist the call of his desires, and he decided to act upon them. And he was not alone. For when he revealed his intentions to his fellow angels, 200 more joined him in his sinful quest. Together, they ascended to the highest peak of Mount Hermon, now known as the Devil's Peak, where they swore an oath to take the daughters of man as wives. They sealed their pact with a sacrifice, smearing blood and starlight on the surrounding rocks. This dark ceremony marked the beginning of the end for these fallen angels, for they had chosen their fate and damned themselves to an eternity of torment. Thus began the first rebellion, a war between the forces of heaven and hell, good and evil, light and darkness. The fallen angels abandoned their ethereal forms, trading them in for flesh and blood, complete with wings of feathers and faces of beauty. With their angelic powers at their disposal, they descended upon the human realm, spreading their gifts of craft, sorcery, enchantment, and corruption. Among the daughters of men, they found willing partners who succumbed to their charms and bore children who were half human and half angel, known as the Nephilim. These beings were monsters of immense size and strength, with bodies like giants and hearts, filled with darkness. They preyed on the humans, causing widespread destruction and misery. But as the earth bled, heaven responded. Thunder rumbled across the sky, and lightning split the heavens. The angelic host descended, led by the archangel Raziel, to put an end to the rebellion once and for all. Battle raged for days, shaking the very foundations of the cosmos. But in the end, the forces of good prevailed. The fallen angels were banished to the abyss, trapped in a state of torment and suffering for eternity. Only Shemihazah, the leader, watched it all crumble around him. His heart shattered into 1,000,000 pieces as he saw the destruction he had caused. Some say he tried to make amends, to heal the wounds he had inflicted on humanity. But his efforts were in vain. The damage was done, and he was too tainted by his sins to ever be forgiven. In shame and remorse, he is said to have buried himself beneath the sands of the earth, or perhaps he hangs between the earth and the sky, forever watching the ruin he caused. The angel who once walked with the gods, now cursed to wander in the shadows, forever separated from the celestial realm he once called home. Some whisper that he still yearns for the touch of a human hand, a reminder of the love he once sought and the pain he now endures. For Shemihazah is the fallen angel who loved too much and fell too far. So remember, mortals, as you gaze up at the stars, that there are some things that are better left unknown, and some loves that are best kept pure. For the price of obsession can be eternal damnation. Now tell me, do you believe in the tale of Shemihazah? Has this story sparked your curiosity about other fallen angels? Share your thoughts below. And if you want to hear more about the fallen angels, stay tuned for more videos. Until then, farewell.